20 years ago, people would have called us insane if we told them that Crash Bandicoot was going to be on the same console as Mario. It would have been every gamer's dream. Now, 20 years later, that dream has become a reality. But is it everything we'd hoped it would be, or did it turn into a nightmare? Let's find out today as I review Crash Bandicoot N.Sane Trilogy for Nintendo Switch. The story of these games is fairly simple. If you've ever played a Mario game, you know what I mean. Even if the setting and premise may be different, the goal is the same: defeat Cortex. That doesn't take away from the game. The simple story is fun and nice to have. The thing people tend to talk about when they bring this game up is how hard it is. And I have to say, I disagree with this. I found this game had the same difficulty as an ordinary platformer. Yeah, it has a few frustrating parts here and there, but overall, this game is extremely laid back. I do, however, have a few problems with some of the levels. The levels in Crash 2 are mainly the problem. In Crash 1, they were still new to developing these types of levels, so pretty much all of the levels were either 2D or behind the back hallway levels. Those are mostly all great, but in Crash 2, they tried adding a couple of new mechanics that were overused or just poor design choices. The examples that come to mind are the newly introduced alternate paths and ceiling sections. I'll start with the ceiling sections. In Crash 2, there are quite a few areas where you are forced to navigate through the level while hanging from a ceiling. It's not that the mechanic itself is bad, but I feel those sections are too lengthy, and you can't speed through them because you move slower. The next problem I have is the alternate paths. Again, in concept, alternate pathways are a good thing. It's just poorly executed. As someone who's studying game design, I would have two goals. Number one is to make the game good, and number two is to make that good game have replayability. I feel the developers were trying to make their game, and more specifically the levels, replayable. Crash, like any platformer, has collectibles. Some levels have more than others. At the end of every level, you get a special collectible for breaking all of the boxes. The alternate pathways make it nearly impossible to collect all of the collectibles in one go. This creates what I call fake replayability. These games are 2D platformers where the camera is sometimes positioned behind the character. Going back into levels works much better when you're in an open 3D environment and not in linear paths. Playing through the same portion 2 to 3 times can become annoying and feels forced. In Crash 3, one of the two problems I had with the second game were solved. However, the major problem of fake replayability still plagues the game. If you buy this game, I don't recommend completing it. It will feel more like a burden than fun. Playing through the levels only once on any given playthrough is recommended. In Crash 1, you have the most basic of abilities: run, spin attack, and jump. Crash 2 adds the ability to crawl, high jump, ground pound, and ground slide. Crash 3 gives you all these options plus the capability to upgrade them. These abilities and upgrades make the game much easier. These games also allow you to play as Crash's sister Koko, who has the same abilities as Crash. Now you ask, what's my verdict? I know I talked a lot about this game's problems, but those are really the only problems it has. I did really enjoy this game. The portable nature of the Switch crossed with these short levels make the game perfect for the Switch. And for only $40, this game gives you over 100 levels to play through. There is more than enough content here to justify this purchase. I recommend this game to anyone who enjoys platformers. For anyone who got this far, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you had a problem with it, hit that dislike and leave a comment telling me what I did wrong. I'll see you guys next time. See you later, and welcome to the revolution.